Okay, guys, so we left off with Renariel trying to sneak up just to get an idea what's going on with the drow, and completely unsuccessfully. He looked too sneaky and failed his stealth check miserably, and the one drow who was kind of on watch untrustingly just shot him with a poison dart. So that's where we are. Here's Renariel sneaking up. The rest of the party is back here, kind of hiding out. I would say they weren't just going to let him go in alone. So they're there. One order of business I do want to do before we get too deep into this is the ranger check. So we're going to go with Phobane. You get advantage on attacks and damage against one creature type you choose for 1d6 rounds. So let's try and make Phobane DC 13. 14. Okay, so we've got Phobane. You get it. You get advantage. Does that mean I can give it to anyone? Advantage on attacks and damage? I think so. Because all these other things you could give to somebody else. So we're going to give Phobane to Abbott. Because he's our damage dealer. So, Abbott's got Phobane. I don't really have time to do another one. We'll check the timing on that in a second. Anything else I need to do up front? I think it's just time to do initiative. Let's see what happens. So, oops. The drow are red. We are blue. 13 drow, 8 us. So the first thing that happened is the drow, this guy shoots them. Then he quickly alerts the rest of the drow. Hey, we've got an intruder. Somebody was trying to sneak up. You guys better get out here. Is this going to give us... It might kind of give us the advantage because they're not necessarily going to come out and attack. I think this guy already acted. I think these guys start coming out to check. We start coming out. They just kind of come out. They're not necessarily going to kill him. But at the point that they come near him, we're going to make ourselves known. And them getting advantage, I think, means they should get first attack. Otherwise, it's kind of silly to win advantage, right? So we start coming out to... Let's see. This is... All these moves kind of already happened. Do I give them 6 attacks real fast? That's kind of crazy. Alright, let's see what the drow look like. There we go. We're going to need Abbott. We're going to need the sheet. We're going to need that pencil. This is the party. This is the problem with side initiative. Now they've got 7 attacks on us before we can do anything, huh? So I'm going to have... Let's see. Some of them look like they have crossbows. They don't say they have crossbows here. But what I'll do is the ones who have crossbows are going to try poison darts. So, and since one of them's asleep, I'm going to say they might shoot anyone. They're not necessarily just going to shoot the dwarves, because otherwise the dwarves are taking all... Well, I think they would shoot the dwarves first, wouldn't they? We're at least protecting Crow. Maybe Nura would also go front line and be ready to do fighting. Maybe we'll do it that way. That makes sense to me. Okay, so this drow is going to go. And she will attack. A 1-2 is Abbott. 3-4 is Orgo. 5-6 is Nura. That is a definitely hit on dang it, on Orgo. 4d4 damage, right? Plus poison. 3 damage. Everybody's all healed up. Going into this anyway. Oh, except for Nariel, who just got put down. Orgo takes 3 damage. DC 15 con or sleep. This isn't good. He might be sleeping right away, too. 15. Whew! So he doesn't get put to sleep. She's gone. This one is going to shoot somebody. Same deal. Roll them all at once here. Oof, man. 15 is a hit on Abbott for 4 damage. God dang, man. That's not good at all. And Abbott, I need to make this save. 20. Safe. Really safe. Thank God. Okay. Is that the only ones with range? Looks like it. So the rest are going to run in. So this one will run in. She can get there. She'll go on Nura. Longsword attack. 8's going to be a miss, I think. Plus 3. No, plus 1. Oh, the longsword's attacks aren't as good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm not going to count squares. Running on Orgo. Longsword. 14 is definitely going to hit, and that's a D8, right? You don't have their dice. Yeah, D8. Survive it. Ooh, 7 for Orgo. Ouch. Oh no. I think Orgo's down. Oh, son of a bitch. I forgot to mark their hit points up, but Orgo's only got 7 hit points, so he's down. Krell has 4 hit points now. Nura has 5 hit points now. I forgot how low all their hit points were. Ooh, boy. This could go real, real bad since they won initiative. And Renariel has 5 hit points. Oh, boy. Okay. Orgo's down. Abbott. They're hitting everything is a problem. Jeez. 13's going to hit. No, 13's going to miss. No, it's hit. It hits. Dang it. For 8. No way. 13. I think Abbott's down. Oh my God. Do I have a... Can I use a luck token on something? I was gonna say... So... There's something I want to do here, but I just don't see any way I can do it. Attacks and damage is all. I think Abbott's down too. I just don't see any way I can play it otherwise. I will then, though, say this one is just going to run up. Not necessarily anyone to attack, because she can't get to Nura. I guess she would use a dart. That seems really, really mean at this point, but I'm going to try it. Gotta play fair. Dart hits Nura. for 1 damage. And probably puts her to sleep. 13. It's a 15, but her con is only a 10. Nura's asleep. Whew. Okay. One, two, three, four. There's 7 of them. Krell is going to step up here. And do sleep. Big rolls. Come on, Krell. 13. 13 puts them to sleep. It is going to put everyone to sleep except the furthest one. We have everyone on the field asleep except the 2 dwarves are actually down. And this drow is up and Krell is up. She's used her dart, so she can't do the dart again. As far as I'm concerned, they've got 1 poison dart. Krell's defense sucks, so I'm going to say she's going to run up to him to base him. And he's going to try to put her to sleep as well. That does it. So everyone's asleep. Now, we're on the next... This is crazy. We're on the next turn. I didn't roll death timers yet for the dwarves. So let's do that. Death timer for Orgo. 4. That might come into play. Orgo death timer 4 and death timer for Abbott. 1. So on this turn, I get my con bonus. So Abbott also has a con bonus of +2, which gives him 3 on his death timer. That's going to be key here. So he gets to roll. They each get to roll. So Orgo, 19. Ooh, close. Abbott, 15. Neither one came up. Next turn, the only one who's even conscious is Krell. Am I playing this right? I feel like I screwed something up here, but we have a wild one. Krell is going to wake up Nura. That's what Krell's turn is going to be, waking up Nura. Nura's turn then is going to be seeing if she had a healing salve, which she did, and she's going to use 1 hit point to heal Orgo, who's right next to her. Otherwise, so Orgo is up. Next turn, we're not going to do anything with the... He woke up her. I guess Orgo could wake up Renariel. But that starts kind of this funny chain reaction. So Orgo will wake up Renariel. Next turn, Nura will try to do a salve for Abbott and make it. Good. This went way different than I expected it to, honestly. It's gonna take another turn before she can give it to him. So he does not heal himself up. I think what's gonna happen then, so on the next turn she'll give him his hit point and he'll come up. And Abbott hates Drow. He's gonna be a little groggy, but he is going to. Abbott ale drinker. This is kind of my core, like who he is, what he is he feels that he gets his strength from drinking. So he's going to wake up. The first thing he's going to do to get himself more awake, alert, or whatever is chug from his wineskin and send himself into a rage. I have to roll for the rage, but it's not going to matter actually because they're all asleep, and they're all asleep until something happens. And I think Abbott is going to go on a killing spree and coup de grace these 7 drow. And he's going to take them all out. And the rest of the party I don't think they're even necessarily going to help. Maybe Renariel would, who's a thief, who's maybe leaning a little towards the assassin. Maybe Orgo would take one, maybe Renariel would take one, but Abbott is doing most of the work here. The other 2 just aren't really slit your throat types, even though you could argue an orc is a little more brutal, half orc. Okay, so that's what happens. That could have been real bad. We've had a lot of close calls. I forgot how low hit points were for everybody. I wasn't expecting everyone to go down. I was expecting this to either be we put them to sleep right away, or we have a knockdown drag out fight. I wasn't expecting them to mop the floor with us in one round and have to get the bailout on the sleep. Anyway, so we took out 7 drow. They're going to definitely, I think, have some treasure. I don't even think I'm going to do 50-50. It's not really a random encounter. It doesn't mention... Does it mention anything here? Why is this small? It doesn't mention treasure, but that's okay. They have... First of all, they have just... At baseline, they have mithril chainmail. I'm not going to argue that we can take 7 chainmails and sell them, because by the book, especially given chubby funsters rules on mithril. Let's just take a look. Mithril chainmail. Because I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to show you anyway. Oh, I passed it. What did I do here? Okay, mithril times 4 minus 1 gear slot. Chainmail 60 gold pieces, 2 gear slots. So I would have 7 chainmails worth 60 gold pieces. I'm not going to do that. I generally speaking consider used weapons and armor to not be treasure unless the adventure specifically says so. So we're not counting that as treasure. But what we are going to do is Nura can take one of those armors off one of the female drow that would fit her best and wear it. So she's going to upgrade to a mithril chainmail. I would say for her that's probably worth an XP. Because that's a beautiful upgrade. Because now it doesn't change her AC, but it makes it so she no longer has disadvantage on stealth, and she's freed up a gear slot. So that's awesome. I could maybe say I could round up their poison darts. Let's say Renariel gets poison darts times. There were 6 of them. There were 7 of them. I did 3 or 4, whatever. A D4. He gets D4 darts. Two darts. 2 sleep darts. Kind of cool. And then let's just roll them a treasure. Let's roll them 1 treasure for sure. Because I just feel like this is a big group. They were ready to go into the dungeon. So they have to be at least somewhat prepared. So I'm going to roll them a treasure and then a 50-50 chance at a second treasure. That's how I'm going to play it. So 4, 5, or 6, they get 2 treasures. Otherwise, they get 1. They get 1 treasure. And it is going to be 83. That might be in the magic treasure realm. I think it is. 83. Oh. Fine suit of chainmail. Okay, I actually have a great idea for that. Fine. It says fine suit of chainmail, 60 gold piece. That means one of the chainmails was nice enough and undamaged enough that it still holds 60 gold piece in value. The rest of them were too chinked up. They were useful, but they weren't like resellable. And the one was worth 60 gold pieces if we sell it. So it's going to be mithril. But, maybe like damaged up to be worth 1/4 of the mithril value. So it'll just go to the store. But it'll get us 60 gold. Okay, sweet. So that's an XP also. So that seems pretty reasonable, and it actually makes total logical sense. We're not going to worry about the swords or any of that other stuff. Great. Cool. Awesome. We defeated the drow. That's not going to make the drow happy, but it started our war with the drow, which we were trying to do anyway. That was kind of the lead we were going after, was dwarves versus drow. So Abbott got a little bit of his bloodlust in. I'm not going to play further tonight. I think this is my 3rd video tonight, but 2 of them were much shorter than what I've been doing. But this was a nice battle. So we're now ready to kind of go back to the town, sell chainmail. That might give us a little bit of a chance to do something else, and then we're gonna brave this dungeon next time. All right, thanks for watching. I'm Bradu. Terra Invictus is what we're playing in the world of Terra Invictus in the game of Shadowdark.